Your girl.
Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, thank you for returning. So today I will be doing something different from our normal content. Normally I just straightforward record what I'm doing and do a voiceover of what I'm doing, but I wanted to try something new. I want to start a new series on my channel. I'm not sure if you've seen those Am I the A-hole videos that people be reading. It's basically when they take someone's Reddit post and just reread it on their platform. I want to do something like that, but I want to do it with reviews of the beauty industry to keep it related to my content. So I'm going to be taking reviews off of like raw reviews, or if you guys want to send me your reviews, I'm going to be reading those. Even though these reviews are posted publicly, I will not be disclosing any personal information. So the information of the stylist or the clients, I will not be saying their names. If there are screenshots and receipts, I will be putting that in the video, but I will be blurring out the personal information. However, you guys can look for it yourself on their page if I'm doing the review from Raw Reviews. I also will be giving my opinion at the end, and I will be seeing what can have been done differently to avoid this situation. But before I do all that, I want to let y'all know what I'm doing in this video. So I had a previous video where I installed a half wig for my collection. This is the same half wig, but I'm going to be doing Flexi rod set on it. So I'll be blow drying this hair and doing a Flexi rod set while I'm reading the review. Okay, I'm about to read the first review. I believe it's for someone that sells hair. Please bear with me because this is my first time reading these. Like, as I'm reading this is my first raw reaction. So if there's any typos, I might just read exactly what it says. I might read the typos. It might not make sense. Or I might have some pauses or stuff while I try to process what I read. Okay, here's the first review. Hi, I wanted to leave a bad review for Blank, a Brooklyn hairstylist. I booked an appointment with Blank for July 7th at 5:30 p.m. for a frontal install with extra styling. I dropped my wig off July 4th. Keep in mind, a 38-inch 250 density 13x6 wig. Realizing she had one client in chair, one under the dryer, and someone else sitting and waiting. Unsure if it was a time management issue or whatever, I moved past it. So I think when she dropped off the wig, she's saying that she had one client in her chair and then she has someone else under the dryer. So that made her think like, why did she have two clients at once? Okay, so July 7th rolls around. On my way to my lash appointment, she wants to reschedule my appointment for 1:30 p.m. I informed her there's a distance between my lash appointment location and her location, but I'll keep her posted when I'm finished with my lashes. 11:30 a.m. she asks if I can come braided. If not, she asks if I can come the following day, July 8th, early morning, in which I couldn't because I'll be traveling and my flight is at 7 a.m. She then told me she has a funeral from 6 to 9 p.m. and she'll be able to do my hair after, asking if I'll be able to come braided in that time. Got my hair braided. So I'm assuming the person that posted this review ended up braiding her hair. She says 8:40 p.m. rolls around. I asked what time can I come. She responded 8:55 p.m., asking if 11 p.m. was good. As annoyed as I was, I went in. It was late and last minute and my flight was in a few hours. Okay, so she was originally scheduled for 5:30 p.m. and then it got rescheduled to 1:30 p.m. and then it got rescheduled again to 11 p.m. So that's 3 times already. I arrived at 10:30 p.m. She started me immediately. I did a half up, half down style, finishing around 1:30 a.m. Paid her a total of $205 with a tip of $20. Being that it was late and she did have her son present during the appointment, so a total of $225. As I got in my car, I started taking some videos and photos, and the wig is looking thin and not as long, no longer than 28 inches. Keep in mind, she said when she dropped off the wig, it was 38 inches, 250 density. I got home and my friends who's traveling with me brought to my attention this doesn't even look like my wig. Time passed, July 8th. We're on flight. I messaged Blank. And here are the messages that she uploaded. I'm going to read them. Hey love, I'm not sure if this is the wig I dropped off to you. It's way shorter and it's supposed to be 38 inches. Could it have possibly been misplaced? I bought this hair previously and it was a 36-inch touching my butt, and this is supposed to be a 38-inch and it's not even as long. This is the one installed. I just would hate for it to have been misplaced and it gets installed on someone else because I spent a lot of money for it and it was for this trip specifically. So this is the photo of the wig that she dropped off. And this is the photo of the wig after it was installed. Based on these photos, I can't really tell if the density was changed or not. The first photo of the wig that she dropped off, I can't really tell. It's not a great photo. Y'all let me know if you think it's the same wig or not. Here's what the stylist said in response. Hey hun, I can definitely look into it for you. Give me a few and I'll get back to you. I did give my client away to a coworker for Sunday. She's telling me the unit she installed on that client matches the description of what you sent. We'll reach out to the client. She should have known very well that wasn't her unit. Okay, she was right. They really did accidentally switch out her unit. I don't know. In the photos, I really couldn't tell for real. But obviously, I wasn't the one that had the wig in my hand, so I wouldn't be able to tell. Okay, so the client responded with, wow, that's really so crazy because this wig is so short. She probably saw the difference and just said nothing. Did she respond? I'm so upset. That was like $450 down the drain. Not to me, but I have her information and as well as her face on shop cameras. I'll get to the bottom of it. My apologies. And then the client said, hey, I'm sorry, but I'll need some kind of reimbursement for this mishap. This is truly unfair. I spent a total of $675 for this unit, along with the install. This trip was in celebration of a law school admission, and I'm stuck with someone else's unit, and I'm so unhappy. My wig was listed with my name, the date, and time of my appointment, which was completely bypassed. If this wig was worth the price I've paid, I would have just moved past it, but it's far from what I paid, and I'm not happy. Okay, so if the wig was, like she said, named, the date, and the time of her appointment on there really is no reason why the wig got misplaced, it got switched out or anything. Here's what the stylist said. Hey love, I completely understand your frustration and I truly apologize for the inconvenience. I've been actively reaching out to my client, and while my coworker did not make a simple mistake, it was an unfortunate situation. I'm doing everything I can to help make this right. That said, I do want to clarify that I wasn't responsible for the misplacement. As mentioned before, there are cameras in my workplace that can help identify the client. I also have the information she used to book her original appointment. However, since I didn't personally service her, she has yet to respond to my message. Please send me your receipt info for your unit so I can also present that to my client. It seems like the stylist is trying to blame someone else from what happened. If the client gave her the wig and trusted her to have the wig in her care, it is her responsibility to make sure the wig gets onto the client's head. You cannot blame everybody else. She should have been watching the wig. While this is unfair to you, I am definitely trying to get this resolved since you've brought it to my attention. That was the end of the message screenshots. Here is what the reviewer or customer had to say. I haven't responded because as a business owner, she's not holding herself accountable for this mishap. Although it's 100% her fault, I booked an appointment with blank, not her coworker, so my wig shouldn't even be in reach of the coworker if I'm not present for my appointment. Also, being that it's not even the day of my appointment, I completely agree with this person because if she booked for this specific business owner, she should be handling her stuff, or she should have at least let the customer know that someone else will be having her stuff. Even then, her coworker is not her assistant, that's her coworker. If it was an assistant, it would be something different, but the coworker should never have her stuff. I feel like this whole coworker story was BS, being that I already went and saw her overbooking herself, which was took into account when I dropped my wig off. I feel as though she was just so busy she gave someone my wig, unknowingly bypassing my name, appointment date, and time being. She's taking client after client, sometimes doing two heads at a time. Even if the story is true, my wig was given to her and only her, and she should take into account that I booked an appointment with her and only her, not her coworker. So whatever she decides to do when it comes onto passing clients onto another hairstylist is 100% in her hands, which is completely true. She's very much responsible, and blaming others for her actions of her business that she's running shows she lacks professionalism. I do not intend on responding because she claims she's not at fault and indirectly stating she's not paying for my wig, nor refunding at least the install payment. Reaching out to the client who has nothing to do with this is also very much pointless because the wig was placed on her head and she paid for her service like anyone else would. No matter the circumstances, she is very unprofessional. That was the end of the review. Here are my thoughts. For one, when she said she saw the stylist having 2 clients at a time when she dropped off her wig, that's already an indicator that she was double booking herself. Now, I know some stylists can work on multiple heads at once, but in a situation like this where her wig was misplaced on somebody else's head, it does not look good in the stylist's favor. Another thing, her appointment got rescheduled 3 times and there was no accommodations just off of the reschedule. Me personally, if I had to reschedule the client, like me, I reschedule it, not the client, I will be giving some type of discount because that's me inconveniencing the client. So there already should have been a discount just off of that alone. Now, as for the specific wig being switched, if there was actually a coworker that switched out the wig, it's still the stylist's fault because, like I said and the client said earlier, she booked for that stylist only. She did not book for anybody else. She booked for that stylist. So the stylist should have been the only one touching her wig. So even if the coworker did switch it by accident, the stylist is still at fault. And she needed to take some type of accountability because she tried to put the blame off on this coworker, and then she tried to make it seem like the client would have to return the client that she swapped the wigs with will have to return or pay for the wig, but that's not the client's fault. They put the wig on her. She still paid for her install and stuff. I think this client should 100% should have gotten a refund for this install. Even the other client that got the other wig installed, even though she got the better wig, that's still not the wig that she wanted. So honestly, they both should have got a refund. That's the least the stylist could do since she already swapped out her wig and gave her one that was not value money worth of the one that she originally got. To avoid this, I think the stylist should stop overbooking herself, because if she did have her coworker do the wig, that means she was probably working on somebody else's head and she couldn't do the install of the other girl. That's how the wigs got swapped out. So I think she needs to stop overbooking herself so she can really focus on her clients. To try to resolve the situation, I think the stylist should have apologized and accepted accountability. I think she should have gave this client a refund and even a discount if she went back to her. A discount for her next service to let her know like she's really sorry for this. She takes full accountability. She's giving her money back. This will show professionalism, and it doesn't look like it will show that she cares about her clients. Okay, here's the first episode of the series. I'm not sure what the title of the series. Maybe you guys can help me think of some name ideas in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think of this review. Do you think the stylist was completely at fault for the wig being swapped? How do you think she handled this? Let me know in the comments below. Before I end this video, here's the results of the Flexi Rise set. Again, this was a wig. This is a wig from my collection. I believe this one is a 20-inch curly half wig and 220% density. The link is in my bio. If you want to see how I originally installed this, I do have a video. It is the previous video uploaded. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe as well. See you in the next video. Bye.